So guys, so for 11.6, we're just doing Pythagorean theorem, just word problems instead. What I want you to do is whenever we have a word problem, what's the first thing I want you to do? Draw a picture. You're going to draw the picture. There's not enough room to do it in here, so I'm going to draw my pictures in the column. Okay, so let's read example 1. How long must a ladder be to reach from the top of a 13-foot building to a point on the ground 5 feet from the base of the building? So is this a triangle?
Yes.
It is. Let's look. My building is 13 feet tall.
That's not a very tall building.
The ladder is leaning against the building. Okay, the building is 13 feet tall. The ladder is how tall? Do we know?
No.
No, so what do you want to call it? C. And how far away is the ladder from the building? 5 feet. So can we use Pythagorean theorem? Yes, this is going to be 13 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. 13 squared is what? 169 plus 25, thank you, equals C squared. That's 194 equals C squared. And Brandon, what do I do next? Then I square root it. Excellent. So I square root. So C equals. Can you take the square root of 194? Can you break it down?
Yeah.
No. 194?
You can't. So it's just square root of 194. How much? Feet.
Oh, you have to put B.
Yeah, because it's a word problem. And that's your answer. Okay? Not bad? You can guess and check. What I do is I take perfect squares and then divide. So the first perfect square is 4, right? So I would take this and divide by 4. It doesn't work. Then I would do 9. Then I would do 16. Then I just take perfect squares and divide it to see if I get any whole numbers. I already did it, so to save you guys the time, I'm just telling you that doesn't work. Okay? Okay, example 2. A rectangular pool is 8 meters by 6 meters. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw that pool. 8 meters by 6 meters. How long is the diagonal that goes from one corner to the other? So here's the diagonal. What are you going to call that diagonal?
Hypotenuse.
C. So let's plug it in. That's 6 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. What is 6 squared? 36. What is 8 squared? 64 equals C squared. What does that give you? 100 equals C squared. Square root both sides, so C equals 10 what? Meters. The length of a rectangle is 11 meters. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a rectangle. The length is 11 meters. The diagonal is 4 root 3 meters long. So let's draw the diagonal, and it's 4 root 3. How wide is the rectangle? So this time we're looking for A or B, whichever one. Okay?
What is that? Is that a 9?
It's a B.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so let's plug it in. 11 squared plus B squared equals, in parentheses, 4 root 3 squared. Okay, oh wait, this was a typo. 7 root 3. Sorry guys, 7 root 3. Okay. 11 squared is what?
121.
121 plus b squared equals 7 root 3 squared. Who remembers the rule for that? We square the 7 and then we square the root 3. It's a 7. So what is 7 squared?
49.
So 49 times root 3 squared. 3. 3. Okay. 121 plus b squared equals 49 times 3. What does that give me?
There's like a 7 and then
147.
147. Good. Okay. So what's next?
Subtract.
Subtract 121. So that gives me b squared equals 26. And Zeke, what do I do? Zeke, do you know the next step? What's the next step? Yeah. Square root. So b equals, okay, square root of 26. Can I break that down using perfect squares? No, so we're just going to leave it as root 26 meters. Yeah, you have to put meters because it's a word problem. And so since they give us meters, we need to put meters. Yeah. Makes sense? You guys still good? Okay, last one, example 4. This one's a square, so this one requires some thinking. Okay? The diagonal of a square. Okay, so a square means that all sides are what? Equal. So try and draw as good of a square as you can. I'm going to draw the diagonal. You could. Okay, the diagonal of a square. The diagonal of the square is 10 root 4. So that's this part right here. 10 root 4. Find the length of the side of the square. But I don't have one of the other sides. So what can I do? Give up?
Yeah, give up.
A squared and b squared, but let's think about it. It's a square. So they're the same. So this is A, and this is also A, right? They are the same. So what is this? A squared plus A squared equals 10 root 4 squared. Oh my gosh.
so weird.
I know. So A squared plus A squared, what does that give me? 2A squared equals, okay, remember we can take that square and distribute it. What is 10 squared? 100 times 4. Okay. So 2A squared equals, what's 10 times 4? 400. Then what? Divide by 2. So A squared equals 200. And then what? Square root it. Okay, can I break down root 200? Yes, I can. 2 and 100. What's the square root of 100? 10. So my answer is 10 root 2. So be careful if they ever say it's a square. Okay?